I don't know what this is about, bro. Basically, I know behind the scenes, me and Loaf talked about content creation and just losing motivation and things like that. I think I want to see what he says and kind of give a little shed a little light. Mental health is really important. A lot of people don't realize this. We don't want another Etika. You know what I mean? We don't want another Etika. Men's mental health is not taken enough seriously. So yeah, let's see what Loaf got to be talking about, man.
3 years in one word, what would it be?
Turbulent. Get away from here. Guys, we're pulling up to my old high school right now.
What does turbulent mean?
I've been here in 6 years. This is actually crazy seeing this again. That's new. That red thing right there, that wasn't there when I was there. My last year, you wouldn't even know I went to this school. It was kind of like, you know how the Roadrunner like kicks up dust and just gets the fuck out of there? That's kind of like me. I don't even know if I took my senior picture, to be honest. I was so ready to get out. Yeah, this gas station right here. I would come in here like every day before school and get, we call it pop. Minnesota, we call it pop. Gotta go back in for old time's sake. I would come here every day, dude. 14, 15 years old, drinking Mountain Dew at like 9 in the morning. Okay. I wondered, like, why am I so tired all day?
Can I get a picture with you, bro?
Sure, man.
Dude, what are you doing here, bro?
It's my old high school, like right down the street.
I used to go there too.
Really?
Yeah, and my brother did too.
What do you think of it?
He didn't really like it that much.
Me and him both, huh?
Yeah. But he doesn't look happy, bro.
Just for old time's sake?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Have a good day.
That's if y'all didn't know, Loaf means loser of fucking everything. Over there. That's what it means.
And like envision that happening. Like I kid you not. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I was like, one day I'm gonna be something where people come up and ask me for pictures. I always had this dream that like I wanted to be famous. It took me like growing up and getting older to realize like I don't think I really wanted to be famous. I just wanted to be accepted. Yeah, it is crazy how like 16, 17-year-old Ben, he'd be speechless right now. Cool that they built one of these for these guys. It's better than what we had. Gotta see how the slide is. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna get fucking stuck.
Super senior vibes.
Ow, ow. That shocked me. It's better than what we had. When I wanted to be entertained, we would go up to those train tracks over there and we would stick like coins on the tracks and the train would drive over them and it would rip the face off of them. Pretty stupid, but I remember one time we did it and the pennies like shot out and I had to like Floyd Mayweather slip that thing. It went right over my ear, like whizzing by my ear. Probably could have lost my life. That thing right there, I used to climb that. I climbed up the side of that. You see that skinny little bar, the tan bar up there? I would grab that and propel myself onto the roof. And one time it like twisted and I almost fell, broke my neck. And then one time some janitor came out, it was like 10 p.m. and he like chased us off the roof. Yeah, so I remember coming here. I walked in the doors on my first day as a 14-year-old. I wasn't the coolest looking guy in the world. I had like a shaved head with like these like tiny glasses and braces. I was definitely a nerdy kid. I think a lot of my time in high school was spent between identity crisis after identity crisis. I think I've always had like sort of a complicated relationship with my own existence. I feel like I've kind of been at a constant war with myself throughout my life. I just wanted to belong to something. I wanted to fit in, I think. I think that's kind of where the obsession started of like creating a little bit of an alter ego and something that people will accept me for because people didn't accept Ben.
I don't blame him. I know what he means by this because realistically, chat, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When the cameras come off, I'm actually like really quiet. I'm like extremely quiet. Like the camera is what makes me confident, if that makes sense. But I definitely can see that as like creating like an alter ego, if that makes sense.
And accept Ben. That's where the I want to be famous thing comes from. A lot of the stuff that happened during my high school time, you know, these are your formative years, right? A lot of it for the longest time I was really ashamed of and embarrassed of. You know, for so many years I was the mental health isn't real guy, you know, the guy that's like just tough it up. Honestly, I think it was a defense to kind of cope with these things because I was embarrassed about it. You know, it makes you feel kind of emasculated a bit, you know, yeah, I think it was sort of a traumatic time for me. I never really wanted to let people know that. All those years I felt really helpless, and like, you know, I'm not here to like go into the specifics and stuff, but it was like relentless every single day, just like belittling me as a human being, and like definitely like physically got some of the brunt of that. That was probably the hardest part of that, was like the constant fear, and then like feeling like there's nobody in your corner.
I can see
I
that.
feel like that's what I always
I can
wanted,
see that.
was just someone to be in my corner and like have my back. I feel like I have to be honest with my fans because I feel like you guys deserve that. But just remember, like throughout all of this process, like I'm still very much a work in progress. I got a lot of work to do. So yeah.
I've been thinking about dying and how it's gonna be.
That right there is the Burger King I used to work at. It's nothing more than just a giant pile of dirt now, though. They tore that shit down for safety reasons.
I've been thinking about after, and all the folks I wanna see. Well, my neighbor says that this is
Chat, do y'all feel what he's saying, bro?
it, and my daughter says we live again. Most of the time I'm somewhere in between.
So this is my old college right here. This is where I lived for 3 years. Hey, you see those white vans right there? I used to drive those around every day. When I was here, they had like the actual like white metro transit buses. I used to whip those things around. That was my job. I was DOT certified and everything. You know, look like a fucking like diddler driving around in a white van all day. But surprisingly, I've had so many jobs in my life, and every job I've had, I've either gotten fired or I've quit. I was just never great at any job besides the shuttle bus. The shuttle bus I did for 3 years. I actually really liked it. That was my favorite job besides YouTube that
I mean, so far, I'm gonna be honest, though, so far, a lot of stuff that he's explaining is a lot of like, you know, past memories. And if I'm to guess, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're sitting here dwelling on the past, there's a reason.
Random mixed male 429 tipped $2. Imagine being sad in the suburbs.
Yo, chat, see, this is what I don't get, bro. Y'all did this to me. When I was upset, bro, y'all said, bro, you are a millionaire, you are this, you are successful, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't be sad. I don't think no type of wealth or success or any other thing that you may see as a positivity in life should invalidate anybody for feeling a certain way, bro. I don't think so. So, back to what I'm saying was, and you know what's crazy? I'm not even a fucking millionaire, so that's what even pissed me off more. But, look, I think, honestly, he's explaining a lot of past. And honestly, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like realistically, what it is that like when you look at your past, it's because you're not really looking for your future, if that makes sense. Like maybe at this point in his life, bro, he just lost purpose. You know, he hit all his goals, he hit all the achievements, he bought a house, everything like that. And like, what else do? You know what I mean? Because realistically, that's how I was, bro. I hit 1 mil and I was like, fuck. I hit 1 mil in 6 months. What the fuck do I do? Like, my whole goal was to hit 1 mil. So, I think you got to just figure out what your purpose is, bro. And that's why I like streaming, because, like, it's like it gives me motivation to rebuild something to the top. You know? I'm not big as fuck on here. So, everybody else is bigger. So, it's like making me grind. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
My first week here, they call it like welcome week. I had just had my wisdom teeth removed like the week before. They like messed it up, so they accidentally left like pieces of the tooth in my gum still. So I remember during the middle of the day, during like all the welcome events, I had to drive to the dentist and get like another surgery on my mouth. I came back and I looked like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I just like looked just miserable. I just did not want to talk to anyone. My mouth hurt so bad. Yeah, that was my people's first impression of me was a swollen-faced bitch, I guess. Maybe that's why it took me a little bit to make friends, huh? This is one thing that I always loved about this school. Come in here. Come take a walk with me real quick. It's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame of pissers right here, man. I love when bathrooms just have a ton of urinals. It heals something in me, you know? I don't know why. This one right here was always my favorite one. I actually have to piss now too, you know, the usual, so.
This nigga right
Gonna
here.
run one back for old time's sake. Oh, you're gonna be that guy? The guy that just goes right next to me when there's like 10 other urinals open? Dude, I used to have a frog and my piss kind of smells like my frog's It smells like my frog's terrarium. I'm sick right now, so like that might be like a symptom, bro. I hope I'm not dying. That was the weirdest smelling piss I've ever had in my life. Yeah, the reason I came back to this place was, some of you guys may know, this is where the origin of loaf kind of started, like the whole idea. I touched on it in that other video about how I just like was failing at everything. It just felt like one thing after another, you know, and when I came here, I didn't have any plan or any prospects. The first month I was here, I got placed on academic probation, pretty close to getting kicked out. Just like wondering a lot about my future. I feel like it's kind of something that I glossed over in that video, but I don't think I really emphasized it enough. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I didn't even plan a future. Like, I didn't even know if I was gonna have a future, to be honest. It's still a blur to me how everything kind of happened. I've mentioned what the name Loaf means.
Sure, money can't buy happiness, but most of you pranksters act like life was so hard before YouTube. Be happy. I don't think just because you made it, bro, like your life is like you got it. Like it's like you completed to the finish line, bro. Like realistically, chat, like if I'm being completely honest, bro, me being a YouTuber made me more sad, if that makes sense, bro. Being a YouTuber made me more sad, like stressed, things like that. Yo, chat, I'm not gonna lie. I'm stressed. Bills, employees, everything, bro. Literally, minutes across America fucked me up. I'm gonna be honest, that series messed up my mental health.
What are you doing, step?
In terms of like, you know, financialness. Yo, chat, I don't have like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. I don't know how to explain it. More money, more problems. That's the thing. I spent 75% of the money I made on YouTube, bro. Now, if I spent most of my money that I've made, realistically, I can't do certain things because it's like, oh, the financial, like, I don't know. You just have more money equals more problems. I have shit to pay for. You know what I mean? I just think a lot of people think that being a YouTuber, like, you just, like, your life is, like, it's set. It's not, bro. But for the person that said, like, you YouTubers acting like your life wasn't hard before, I think everybody, bro, sees life differently, you know. Yes, you could say like, oh, your life was worse than before. But honestly, in my opinion, bro, I think what I have now, I'm grateful for it. But if I knew it was this stressful, this much problems, this much stress, I probably would have did a second guess, if I'm being honest. But bro, you paid around $600 yesterday in an escape room and dinner. It's an investment, bro. Every purchase I make, bro, is an investment to put my career, my business, everything forward. So sometimes you have to invest in stuff. And just like any business, you invest, it doesn't mean it's always going to work out, bro. And when I said I spent 75% of my money that I earned.
Random mixed male 429 tipped $2. If it's a dream, then it shouldn't be stressful. You just made bad decisions thinking traveling across the USA was going to go perfect. It was premature. We all have shit to pay for, but you can actually be comfortable and have your own schedule. Be happy.
Oh, trust me, I'm happy. Why do you think I'm streaming? Because I'm doing something that I want to do, bro. The whole time I was doing my career, bro, I was doing it because I liked it. And then eventually what happens is the money, the views, everything comes into play. And then that's when you're like, you have to kind of compromise, hey, I have to do something that's going to pay the bills. I have to do something that's going to set my kids to be straight. Oh, I have to do something that my subscribers like. That's how it is, bro. That's literally how it is. You need to post more on your main channel. Bro, it's just that I set up my main channel to be a certain way that if I don't meet those expectations, either niggas don't like it or it doesn't get the views that it needs. So yeah, you know what I mean? So when you get to a certain point when you're doing YouTube, you have to sacrifice, you know, sometimes what you like to do to satisfy what's going to set your kids straight, or what's going to pay the bills the next month, things like that. So that's why I like streaming, because like realistically, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just chilling. Y'all say y'all want videos, but y'all don't know what y'all want, bro. Y'all are the same, bro, and this is just facts. Y'all are the same people in the chat that was, why are you streaming? Why are you streaming? Go back to YouTube. Go back to doing pranks. Go finish Minutes Across America. Now that I just fully locked in with streaming, oh, streaming's good thing, bro. I'm glad you did your shit, bro. Y'all don't know what y'all want, bro. And that's what made me realize that I need to do what I like to do, and whoever fucks with me for that, fucks with me. And I think that's what Loaf needs to realize, bro. Just do what you want to do. Don't sit here and you have to cater to your audience, bro. Don't cater to your audience. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just saying. I'm starting a new audience from the mistakes that I didn't learn when I created my YouTube channel. I'm fixing them now. I'm making an audience. I'm starting an audience. I'm starting a community that fucks with just us, bro. We don't have to do anything viral crazy, bro. We don't have to do anything where we have to go spend thousands of dollars to try to get the best attention, bro. We don't need to do none of that, bro. None of that. So, yeah.
A couple times before in previous videos, you know, it means loser of fucking everything, and that's just a reflection of how I was feeling when I created that name. I was looking for something that I wasn't gonna be a loser at. There's an illusion I feel like that I really gave off in that 1 million video. You know, it was the loser of fucking everything, and then I blew up and achieved this thing, and you know, now I'm not the loser of fucking everything, and that sounds a lot better for the video, right? That's the typical Hollywood ending, you know, you're down, you get up, boom, fairy tale ending. But in the interest of being honest, I always still felt like the loser of fucking everything throughout the entire rise, even at the very peak. It doesn't fit like the great story, like the million video did, but that's the truth. I still am working on that, like trying not to feel the way I felt when I created that name. So I had the name, started the channel, and to this day, that feeling I had when we made our first ever video, I wish I could have bottled that feeling, because I don't think I could even explain it. It was like, after all these years of searching and searching and searching, I'd found a purpose. That first beginning period, there was an innocence to it, and there was a pureness to it. I just wanted to make videos. I wanted to make people laugh. And I just wanted to do this thing that I'd fallen in love with fully.
On the way to Bethel to pick up Ben. Loaf. Losers of fucking everything. The three of us are gonna change the world. Ben, ASAP. You made fucking Barstool. We made Barstools. We made Barstools, boy!
I felt like I snapped my fingers and I woke up and I was the president of this big company. And now all of a sudden I had to like be a boss. I'm the first to admit, I'm not the greatest at that. I just had the mindset that like nothing was gonna stop me, you know, full on, no breaks.
I'm not a good boss.
It got crazier and crazier and crazier and bigger and bigger and bigger.
You have to treat it like a business.
And the dude's like staring.
You have to treat this shit like a business, and I don't think any of us pranksters, I don't think a lot of these pranksters or a lot of even YouTubers in general don't realize you have to treat this shit like a business. We do this because we like it, funny ideas, and then it gets so big to the point that you have to treat it like a business, and a lot of people are not prepared for that. I think that's the downside of being a pranks YouTuber. That's why I think wholeheartedly, I think that's the reason why Jadon quit. Yeah, for religion, but it was also because, like, realistically, you can't keep up with pranks every week. Dropping these. It takes a toll on your mental health. How many people do you see do pranks now, bruh? How many people do you see pranks? Exactly. Not a lot of people. The top people, Deadrian does not do pranks. Balin barely does pranks. Loaf stopped. Realistically, I feel like this wholeheartedly, this downside of being a prankster. I think we blow up so quickly and we experience all this love, but then at the same time, when we reach our goals, we lose purpose. Then we get hate. Then it fucks with our mental health. Just trying to keep up these expectations every week. And I know y'all saying like, bro, that's the lifestyle. But trust me, when you're in the position, I feel like that's when you will understand.
staring at me, like not saying a word. I was like, am I in trouble or something? He's like, Lofi? And he asked to take a picture with me. That's surreal that a stranger like just asked to take a picture with me. And because of this like go, go, go mentality, I think you get really invested in performance. It becomes your identity. If people didn't like a video, it destroyed me. I didn't think about anything else besides the next one and how I was gonna come back and get that, win the people back over. I never stopped to think about anything else, about my personal life, about if I was neglecting certain relationships, if I was, you know, growing as a human being. It was all about this thing, because this was the first thing that made me feel accepted. This was the first thing that made me feel valuable, and I think that definitely reached a breaking point, and things started to get pretty dark. My mind goes to a place of, and this is just, I don't know why it goes here, I don't know why, but thoughts of suicide have been something that I've dealt with pretty much since I was, I'd say, early high school, probably since I was 14, 15. I never have talked about it really with anyone. You get kind of, especially among men, I feel it's like sometimes they'll think you're a pussy for bringing it up, or they'll think like
Facts.
You just want attention.
Facts.
I don't.
Facts. A lot of y'all was on my ass saying I was a pussy because I was explaining my feelings. It doesn't make no sense.
I don't want to think this, and like it's not something that I control. It just like it just happens in my head, and that's a reason why I think me and a lot of men don't talk about it, is because they don't want other people that they're talking about it with to think they're just seeking attention, or they don't want to be called selfish, and it's a reason, you know, men kill themselves. You know, I'm not here to go into any dramas or anything with other people, but fell out with a few people that I was really close with. I'll be the first to admit, like, I was definitely made a lot of mistakes. I think I really did try to stuff it down and like pretend that it didn't hurt me, kind of like how I've done with most things throughout my life, but you know, that would be a lie. It did hurt me. I feel like the whole reason I'm making this video is it's honesty time, you know? I can't sit here and not address the elephant in the room of like, everybody knew me once as this guy that like is very consistent. It seemed like it was almost automatic, like this next video is gonna come out, it's gonna be crazy, and we're just gonna keep on going, keep on achieving the next thing, and then boom, it just like went kind of quiet. I see the comments, I see all the messages, and I see kind of my fan base a little bit turning on me, which I completely understand why.
Yep. That's also the downfall of being a prankster. You don't satisfy them, bro, they turn on you, bro.
Stopped, and I didn't give any explanation. You know, I feel like it's now or never where I have to be honest. I can't come back and pretend that everything is normal back to, you know, regular scheduled programming. So we had wrapped up this big road trip, you know, Minnesota to Miami, Miami to LA back to Minnesota, and I was kind of in this lost space. It was the first time in my career where I was confused about, you know, what's the next step. It felt like I always just like had a plan. So I got back to Minnesota and was just confused about what I was gonna do. You know, where do I live? I didn't even have a home at that point. I'd spent the past 4 months sleeping on couches in hotel rooms and guest rooms. And I think at this time, everything kind of just hit me. Did I do all this for nothing? I like looked at my achievements and stuff on paper, and then looked at how I felt, and I was just miserable. And I was like pissed off at myself because I was like, why am I miserable? And I think that's a question I've always tried to answer, and it bugs me because like I don't want to be like a burden to people. I don't want to like. The younger me would probably say the same thing, like, why are you upset still? And I don't know, I don't have the answers, which sucks because I wish I did. I think it's definitely something internal that has a hold on me. I've kind of spent my life trying to figure out what that thing is. So ultimately I decided to buy a house here in Minnesota, you know, just to kind of like set up like a home base so I could figure out what the next move was. I remember the day I closed on it, I came to the house and it was completely empty, and I was like kind of just walking around. For some reason, like I kept thinking of this certain individual that I had lost that was really special to me, and I don't know why I kept thinking of this person, but dude, I remember I sat down on the stairs and I just started crying. Like I lost it. I think it was because like the past 3 years I spent, you know, running from whatever it is and just like trying to achieve the next thing after the next thing. And, you know, I bought the house and it finally forced me to stop for a second and think and like take it in. And I remember just sitting in here and like, I was just like looking at it. I was like, why do I still feel so empty? And I couldn't answer it. And it was such a shitty feeling, because it sounds so ungrateful. This is supposed to be one of like the most proud moments, and I just couldn't figure out why I still felt so empty. And you don't want to tell people these things because you don't want people to think that you're being ungrateful, because I'm extremely grateful. I just felt horrible about myself, and I feel like it was really years and years and years of that all kind of bubbling up and kind of reaching a boiling point at that moment. I drove to the parking lot of this gas station and I was gonna film one last video, and it was kind of gonna be like an apology. I've always kind of hated myself, really, and that's not the easiest thing to admit, especially because a lot of people kind of preach like how ridiculous that is and just to like snap out of it, but I've tried everything. It does weigh very heavy on me when I'm just like in my room in bed and all these thoughts are just like ringing in my head, and I'm just like, it feels like my head's spinning. Yeah, it's been from before I can even remember. Since I was a kid, I always remember just feeling super insecure and never feeling like I had anything really to offer to people, to the world. And yeah, just I'm sorry. I was gonna upload that video and then I was going to take my life. I finished filming the video and I was gonna go in real quick to use the bathroom, and inside the gas station I got stopped by this person, and he was a fan. We had a conversation, and to him it was probably like just a normal conversation. You know, I've had a lot of like those types of conversations throughout my life. To him it was probably just like he met like this guy that he watches on the internet that he liked, but to me, like he's the reason that last video never got uploaded. You know, the impact that people say that I have had, they tell me that I changed their life, I saved their life. I have a hard time feeling that because you guys saved my life. You know, all the people that tuned in gave like this super lost 21-year-old a reason to like keep going and to really go for something. I don't ever think I could like explain how grateful I am for that. I have these conversations with people from all over the world. You know, they tell me kind of about their struggles and things like that, and I just want you guys to know like I'm right there with you. It may not seem like it sometimes, but I know exactly what a lot of you guys are feeling like. I hope like maybe there's some comfort in knowing that like you're not the only one. I think we're all just kind of figuring it out.
Yay! Baseball bat!
Mr. Blue, I told you that I love you, please believe me. Mr. Blue, I have to go now, darling, don't be angry.
Where's the fucking shuttle?
I know that you're tired, know that you're sore and sick and sad for some reason. So I'll leave you with a smile, kiss you on the cheek, and you will call it treason. Mr. Blue, don't hold your head so low that you can't see the sky. Mr. Blue, it ain't so long since you were flying high. Mr. Mr. Blue, I told you that I love you, please believe me.
Damn. I know how he feels though. I understand where he's coming completely, bro. That's how it was, bro. This is I never showed anybody this video for a reason, but this is how I felt with Menace Across America, bro.
I'm being honest, just because my mind is everywhere, and
this is why I quit.
Yeah, it's just everywhere, and I just want to say that this is gonna be another video for my future self, just because I know currently right now your headspace is everywhere, and you're not feeling good, you're sad, stressed.
This is a whole different video, bro.
Overthink.
This is literally a whole different video.
As, you used to be. And it all comes down to just, responsibilities that you put on yourself and expectations. And, that's not how someone should live life. And this message is basically just going to tell you that, right now you have a lot of stress for yourself. Right now, you feel like you're not doing good, you're a failure, but, you got to realize you did a lot of things that a lot of people didn't think they could accomplish or didn't think was possible. And for you, that's all that matters, whether, you're not as successful anymore, or you're not as popping anymore, or you're not on everybody's For You page, that doesn't matter, just because you did it. So why should you diminish your accomplishments just because of what you don't have now? You're currently on the series right now. Everything was going well, but the last 3 months of 2023, you didn't. A lot of things didn't go according to plan. You wasn't able to be as consistent on the videos as much. You had people that had the best intentions around you, and that's okay, because these are type of lessons that God would want you to learn and to be a better person than the day before, to keep improving. You're right here on 2024 by yourself again, even though you accomplished a lot of things that you wanted in life, whether that be the million subscribers, or that be very successful, being well known, proving that you're creative. You're once back again by yourself. And the reason why is because you're not happy. You're not happy. Even though you have all this, you're not happy. And you don't want to admit that you wasn't happy at the time. And you're happy for not the wrong reasons. You're worried about the numbers. You're worried about, well, am I ever going to afford this lifestyle anymore? And that shouldn't determine your happiness. That shouldn't. I feel like this year is a test for all the mistakes and lessons that you learned this year to truly find your happiness and to truly, be happy. That's all that matters. And, I don't want you to sit here and, beat yourself up as much as you're supposed to be, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't. And I know it doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but when you watch this a year later, when you post this, the end of December 31st, it's going to make a lot of sense of why this year was so stressful. The year before, you were so happy. You made a lot of new friends, things like that. But this year, it wasn't the same. Not every year is going to be the same. And that's okay. And, this next year, it's going to be better. Whether that just means you fully trying to find your happiness or you find something else to do in life. And, I don't know. I think this is like a testimony, or this is like something you're going to look back at and you're going to be like, damn, I really needed this. No, there's a reason why I am doing this is to make you realize that you got to go back to your old self. You got to go back to your old self, man. You can't put all this pressure and responsibility on yourself. You were happy. You didn't have a care in the world. You just did what you want to do. But now you have all these people in your head and you have all these expectations and you have to live up to this certain degree, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't, man. So, you're going to understand why I'm making this message, and you're going to realize that, you really, really needed it, man. So, 2024 is going to be back to old Kanel, not stress, have fun, live life, because not every day is promised, Kanel. Instead of, why am my views not hitting? Why am I not going viral? Why am I not making this much money? It's never going to truly make you happy. The more money you make, it's just going to cause more problems. So you shouldn't base your happiness on materialistic things. Focus on your happiness of the people around you, the things that you have, like just experiences in life, and just be grateful for that. So this is to basically motivate you to go back to being old Kanel. So I know you're gonna be hurt about this, but it's fine. This is only to motivate you to go back to being old you and not having a care in the world. So that being said, back to the old Kanel, man. Back to the old Kanel.
Bro, I remember this so bad, bro. This shit was like crazy. My mental health was so bad that I wanted to go back to my old self.
Be confused.
That I was cutting my hair.
And you guys don't understand what happened.
So a lot of y'all be on my ass, be like, "Why did your hair not grow? What happened to your hair?" This is what happened, bro. This is what happened, bro. I want my fucking mental health because of the series trying to keep up everything was so bad, bro, that I felt like this is what I had to do to just like make me be happy again, like old self, bro.
Fuck. It's back to old Kanel, man. You're not gonna notice.
And yeah, that was really it, bro.
What you have until it's gone. So it's only up from here. 2024 is going to be a year for personal growth, mental health, continue being financially free, and just figuring out your happiness, because you deserve it. You deserve it. You work too damn hard. And you just let things cloud your judgment. And this is the reason why. A fresh start for the new year. It's gonna be a great year. You're gonna understand. So, other than that, man, I'm glad for the things that you accomplished this year. And figure out your true happiness.
And yeah. So, honestly, bro, I just feel like that's like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's just the content we do. I think maybe it's the content we do, and that's why, like, you see a lot of us kind of just, you know, get sad and depressed and shit like that. And a lot of y'all be like, oh, you should be grateful and stuff like that, but you don't know what goes behind the scenes, bro. You don't, bro. Like, literally, bro, that was, like, literally the most saddest I ever been. Like, I've been sad and shit like that. I think a lot of humans as humans, bro, we judge, we compare ourselves to people. We want to be the next person, or, you know, we're like, oh, this person's doing this. Why are we not on that level? You know, things like that. I think it just comes down to just not being confident in yourself and being happy where you're at in life. And you're just comparing yourself to somebody that you think is better in your eyes. So, realistically, I understand where Loaf is coming from. I honestly think it's probably just like, you know, when you reach all these goals and everything like that, you just become stagnant. And you just like, okay, what else is my purpose with life? And that's what it is, bro. And the only other way is to find just a new purpose and find something that, you know, you look forward to waking up every day. And my thing is streaming, bro. My thing is streaming. Loaf, you know, we talked, you know, before over text and stuff. And, bro, my only message to you, bro, is, bro, just do what makes you happy. If the videos don't make you happy no more, bro, then stop. If the type of videos don't make you happy, then stop. You know, you've made it. You're successful, bro. Just do what you want to do. Don't listen to the audience, because your true fans, your true supporters are going to fuck with you for no matter what, bro. And that's literally all I can say. So, yeah.